Welcome back to PrepForge's Spring Boot series. Today, Bean Lifecycle and Scopes. A Spring Bean is not just constructed and forgotten. It moves through a defined lifecycle from instantiation through dependency injection and initialization callbacks to destruction when the context closes. Knowing the sequence lets you hook setup and tear down logic in at exactly the right moment, and understanding scopes tells you how many instances exist and how long each one lives. After Spring instantiates a bean and injects its dependencies, it runs the initialization callbacks in a fixed order. First methods annotated at post construct, then after property set if the bean implements initializing bean, then any custom init method. This is where you open resources, validate configuration, or warm a cache safely, because all dependencies are wired by that point. At shutdown, the mirror image runs at pre-destroy, then disposable bean destroy, then a custom destroy method, your place to close connections and flush buffers. Scopes determine instance count and lifetime, and three analogies make them stick. The default singleton is the office coffee machine, one shared instance per container, created eagerly at startup. Prototype is a paper cup, a fresh instance on every injection or lookup. And the web scopes, request and session, or like a desk assigned for the duration of one visitor's stay. The bean lives exactly as long as one HTTP request or one user session. Here's what that looks like in code. The cache warmer gets its repository through the constructor, and the post-construct method runs only after injection is complete, so it can safely use the repo to warm the cache. The pre-destroy method runs as the context shuts down, flushing the cache to disk. Two annotations, and your resource management is handled declaratively. Now the classic trap. This exact question filters candidates. What happens when you inject a prototype or request scope bean into a singleton? The singleton is wired once at startup, so it captures a single instance of the inner bean and never asks for a new one, silently defeating the shorter scope. The fix is a scope proxy, or a provider or object factory lookup that fetches a fresh instance each time. And one more subtlety. Spring does not manage the full lifecycle of prototype beans. It creates them and hands them over, but never calls their destroy callbacks. Cleanup is the caller's responsibility. And that's bean lifecycle and scopes, callbacks in order, scopes by analogy, and the singleton prototype trap that wins interviews. Next up, auto configuration and starters, the magic behind Spring Boot. Like, subscribe, and practice at prepforge.net.